BWatts on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in the sacred space. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch.
Are you practicing to practice, or you practicing to be great? Which way am I going?
Today's supposed to come, you on the way.
Just work. And if you don't get what you thought you were gonna get, show up and still go to work. Because along the process, what's more important, what you acquire or who you become? And a lot of people think what they acquire is the thing that makes them who they are. No, it's who you become in the process of chasing what you...
Nephew, what's good? From the first day you picked up a football in your hand, you was waiting to get to this day and beyond. This is your time. We've been following you, a lot of us, since Trinity. You come from great family, great stock. Love your dad, your whole family. But tonight, we believe in God for the best for you. But I want you to have peace, no matter where it is that you come out, because you're supposed to be at that place, and we're rooting for you. But no matter what, you are gonna hear this. And then just walk on into it, Doc. All right, easy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's on a Sunday night. Sunday night with Sports Talk with BWatts. And I just want to say a special thanks to each and one of you who've taken out the time to join and tune in to the broadcast tonight, along with my co-host, Coach Dre. And we have Unc Steve also tonight. JR Boxing just texted me, say again, 2 or 3 minutes, and he will log on. He's out doing something with his family right now. He said again, about 2 or 3 minutes to get ready for the show. Once again, you watch Sports Talk with BWatts. Hey, come to your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But on Saturdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. All right? Make note of that. Do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button as you come in. Please. Thank you for doing that. And also, while you're at, subscribe to the channel if you're new or if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel. You helping it grow. And also, if you want to continue to support the broadcast, join the membership. Join the membership. Join the membership. Hey, I'm telling you, you know I got another banger for you all tonight. Yes, I do. I really do. Anytime you got Coach Dre, Unc Steve, and JR, listen, I'm not saying the best, they are the best, but hell, they one of the best. You know, I know some people out there, I'm not putting down nobody else's podcast and what they got going on. Hey, I salute y'all. But hey, anytime I can bring on Coach Dre and Uncle Steve and JR with me, it's a blessing. And also Greg said, all right? But once again, I'm going to say hello to each and one of you in the chat before I bring them up. I don't want to bore them with this. Got to say hello to the people in my membership. Tim, appreciate you for being a member. What's going on? What's going on, Miss Deb? How you doing? I love CC. That's the best internet name you can have. Thank you for being a membership. Appreciate you. Yahweh, son of Yahweh. Yahweh, what's going on? Miss Phyllis Smith. Thank you. So kind. See the boss. See the boss of Sports Talk will be watching, y'all. Thank you for being a member. Also, Maria S. Appreciate you for being a member. Appreciate you. I really do. How you doing, Miss Pamela Jackson? X in the cut. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? SB. If y'all see that name SB, she the one who made that intro for me. Just woke up one morning, it was that. Appreciate it, SB. Elijah Watson, what's going on? That she is my girl, my girl. Miss Diane Brown, I appreciate you. I love CC. All right, let me bring the guys up. Patrick Williams, what's up? Patrick? Hey, want to say I apologize for overlooking your super chat on yesterday. I apologize. I'm gonna try to stay focused tonight because I got a good panel and they can carry on the conversation. I'm just gonna sit back and engineer this thing. All right. Let me bring the guys up. What's up, old school? I see. Let's see. All right. What's going on, Steve? What happened to Coach Dre? He didn't come up. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Did Coach Dre come up then? Yeah. Okay. All right. Thought I messed up. What's going on? Tennis Channel. Blessed Budget. How you doing? Y'all doing okay? Who we got here? See you, Auntie Women's Fan Club. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Miss Phyllis Smith saying hello to Uncle Steve. I think early on she said hello to Coach Dre also. Everybody saying hello to the fellas. Appreciate y'all kind word. Patrick Williams said appreciate the view. No, I appreciate you. Like I said, I apologize. I didn't know. I didn't see it at the end. But we're gonna handle it from now on. I promise you. Fellas, what's going on? How y'all doing, man? I just watched the Ant-Man put it on Coach Dre, man, and Uncle Steve, man. Yeah, LeBron James. Yeah. Yeah. Shannon Sharp. What do he say? West side, meat side, Bloomfield side. Hey, Lakers is not winning it in five. Ant-Man gonna win it in five. Might be four. Yeah, LeBron, you throw it away. Yeah, you called the team,
It's 3-1.
and I
It's
saw
3-1, so it can't be 4.
like it ain't that Lakers ain't winning no more. But like that rhyme, didn't it? Lakers in 4. Well, hey, Lakers ain't winning no more. Yeah, man. Say, hey, man, how y'all day was, bro?
It was good. It was good. I can't complain. It's a big day for us tomorrow. We start spring practice, so it's go time for me.
Okay.
Just go time and getting the boys ready, getting ourselves prepared for tomorrow. Cause like I say, tomorrow big for us.
Okay. All right. That's a good thing. Mantrez Walker, thinks he what? He texted me when? Was it Friday? So they report back June the 1st. I said, okay. I didn't know that. June the 1st. So they just got a month off. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Let's get into the show, fellas. I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Just give me an hour 15. If y'all go over that, it's on y'all. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Well, we already know. Like the title of the show is that, man, Coach Prime, I know I got 8, but right now I think he got 10. He had 10 players he got going to the NFL, whether it's undrafted free agent or they got drafted, which is a good thing up on the Coach Prime resume. We kind of knew Shedeur, we kind of knew Travis, but I didn't know exactly about the rest of them. I was hoping, praying, and I'm glad that these guys got the opportunity to chase their dreams, man, to take care of their family. Heard from Coach Dre yesterday. Steve, I'm gonna start off with you. What you think about the draft process? I know it didn't kind of go like we wanted to go, but at the end, hey, I'm glad it's over with. So we can get back to the new guys, but I'm glad they got a chance to chase their dream.
Oh, What I'll say is this one here. The process worked out at the end. I don't like how it went. I don't like that message, and I have some words about that, but that'll be later on. But for right now, just like I said, I think I said 4 and a possible. 4 got drafted. And with that being said, it could have been Shepard the 5th, but that's neither here nor there. They made the teams. And at the end of the day, I would tell anyone, you could be the first pick in the draft, which Jamarcus Russell was, and you could still find yourself at the NFL in a couple years. If you don't put the work in, and this is no knock on anybody. I'm not going to throw shade at anybody, but this ain't just him. You can go with Trubisky, who was the second pick in the draft. You can go with other people. If you don't put that work in and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you're not going to become the face of that organization. You're going to become the face of an organization that you used to be a part of. With that being said, these young men have an opportunity, and in life, all you ask for is an opportunity. And now they need to make the best of those opportunities. Put your head down, go to work, and do what you do. That's all you got to do. No distractions, no anything else. Go to work. I'm proud of them. I'm happy for them. I'm up in the Maryland area, so you better believe, Wester, I will be attending those games to see him handle his business, which will be great. I'll be able to head down to Carolina, which is 4 hours down the road, catch out some of those games. So I'm proud of those young men. They need to just keep doing what they're doing and they got this far. Now it's time to finish. So that's what I got to say. Great day. It was a great day to be a Colorado Buffalo because they did what they said they were going to do. It's back to you, BWatts.
Go ahead, Coach Dre and JR.
Again, I think somebody just got invited to the Raiders mini camp. I want to say it was Herman Brown. I think somebody just a little while ago they just announced that Herman Smith, he just got invited to the Raiders mini camp. So again, it comes back to what we've been talking about when people told us we was liars. When we told y'all going to Colorado is the best place to go because the scouts were there every day. Now it lets you know that they got to see these kids work. They got to see them put in the work and the dedication. So now it's up to you. And that's all Deion Sanders has ever told people. All I can do is give you the opportunity. You come here, do what I ask you to do, and give me everything you got, and I can get you where you need to go. And that's for sure. I think the day in the group, I sent y'all a thing in the group text showing you all the 5-star kids that came out of high school that went undrafted. And that's what I be telling people. Them stars don't mean nothing once you get here. They don't help you. They don't do nothing. It was kids that was supposed to be first round, second round draft picks, undrafted free agents, just like our guys. So I feel like our guys are prepared. Again, I'm happy for them. Again, you see Denver picked up a couple of guys, and I'm happy for them because they, especially for Myers, because I think Myers really likes that Colorado area. He gets to be close to the fellas and things of that nature. So I was very happy for him to get that invite from the Broncos. So we just you got to be elated. Again, you can't ask God for something and get mad with the way God give it to you. I know we weren't happy with the direction or the path that God gave us, but all we asked for was the opportunity to get these young men to the NFL. They got there, and so now it's time to support them. And y'all know anytime y'all want to come down here to CU South, down here in Florida, y'all more than
Boy.
welcome.
Hey, hold on. That was a shot just in case y'all didn't hear Coach Dre. Yeah. He didn't say Georgia. Yeah. He said Florida in 5. JR Boxing, what's going on, man? Give me your outtake on the draft. I know I heard you yesterday, but some of the people weren't in attendance yesterday. They want to hear your outtake on the entire draft on this weekend.
Yeah, no, first let me wipe my feet before I come in the room and come into space with these wonderful gentlemen, man. BWatts, salute to you. Uncle Steve, man, missed you, man. I was ready to see them reactions. I hope you would have got on with me and BWatts and Coach Dre, man, to get that unfiltered reaction.
I could have told you could have answered me that.
But it was, I mean, I felt the energy. I felt the energy through the chats, man. I felt the energy through the messages that we was corresponding through, man. And salute Coach Dre. As always, salute to you, Coach Dre. I felt that little gut punch, you know, when you said that Florida South, man. Oh man, CU South, man. You know, it hit me a little bit. But them CU Texas boys gonna get it done. But yeah, man. I keep mine short because I said it over the past 2 days. I'm overly excited for those guys, man. Like Unc, when I came on, Unc said, "Look, he's 4 hours away from Charlotte. I'm 2.5 hours away. That's a link up that has to occur." I got family down in Jacksonville. I mean, down in St. Augustine. That's about 30 minutes away. That got to be a hookup for me and Coach Dre. BWatts, you already know what it is. You about to be a retired man for the second time. So you got to be out there. We got to be out in these NFL streets, man, and hit some of these games. Look, I'm excited for the guys. The opportunity, like Coach Dre said, that's all they needed. That's all they wanted. The eyes were on Boulder all year. No matter where you picked, no matter if you're undrafted, you got your opportunity. Make something happen with it. That's all that matters. It's back to you, BWatts.
All right. Start me off. We're gonna keep the same rotation we already have. We're going JR Boxing, Coach Dre, then Uncle Steve. Check this out. Which player, y'all come on with, which player went undrafted as a free agent you'll be looking forward to coming up? Paying much, I ain't looking forward to, but paying much closer to this upcoming NFL season. The player that went as a undrafted free agent. Where?
It was kind of going in and out, BWatts, but I think I caught the last end of it. You said a player that went undrafted that we most looking forward to seeing this coming up this NFL season. Yeah. Got you.
Right.
Man, let's see. A guy that I'm looking forward to seeing Cameron Craig. That's my guy. That is my guy. I'm looking forward to seeing him down there in Jacksonville doing some big things. Look, Travis has spoken so amazingly about him to say, hey, man, that's a mentor to me. That's the guy that I look up to. And so for that guy to be in the same building with the number 2 overall pick, man, that's nothing but a blessing. That's nothing but a blessing, man. That's nothing but inspiration. It's nothing. Cam got his own internalized way that he wants to drive and push forward. But all I can say is that's a blessing. So that's what I look forward to seeing. Cameron Craig down in Jacksonville. It's to you, Coach Dre.
You picked my guy because that's my boy. But I want to see what Will Shepherd can do down in Tampa, because he has the tools to be great. He's played in the great SEC. Then he came to Colorado and showed his selflessness. Now you're getting on a Tampa Bay team with a great coaching staff, a great organization, a good offensive coach, and then some good guys to lead you. So I'm just happy for him to see. I already been told that Mike Evans has already reached out to him, told him to get down here so they can get to work. So I think he's the guy that I'm really looking forward to getting down to Tampa, getting some of this Florida water in the system so we can go ball out. So Will Shepherd, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Those are 2 awesome picks there. I'm gonna go with BJ Green, and the reason I'm gonna go with BJ Green because I truly do think he might be the first one that you're gonna see really come out and do something explosive for a few games, because that position on the edge, you can get in pretty quickly on that edge and make some plays. He also can make some plays on special teams because I feel like they're probably definitely going to use him on special teams too. But it'll be like James Houston to me, who was at Jackson State. Get on that edge, get in there and get nasty, make a few plays, a couple injuries go here and there, you get in there sooner. So it's one of those opportunities down there in Florida, you know, with Jacksonville. I think it's going to provide him an opportunity to get in there early and play. That's the reason I'm picking BJ Green. Back to you, BWatts.
JR, which player, will have a game to start day one? Who you expect to see one starting on that field, offense, defense, or special team? Day one. It don't matter if they got drafted or as a undrafted free agent.
I mean, look, I got to take the obvious. It got to be 12. It has to be 12. I mean, look, that's the obvious. Now, if you want me to go down in the weeds of things and, pull a rabbit out of the hat, I can do that. But, I mean, I got to take the obvious, man. I'm the first one at the back. I got to take 12. To me, I see 12. Or you see the way Jacksonville organization is backing him. Again, I reached out to my family that's down in St. Augustine. That's about 25, 30 minutes away from Jacksonville. They got billboards of Travis Hunter up in St. Augustine. So they're already, that's Florida's own right there. You know what I'm saying? That's Florida's own. So to me, I got to take the low-hanging fruit. I got to take the alley-oop. I got to take the easy one. That's going to be Travis Hunter 12. It's to you, Coach Dre.
I mean, yeah, that's. I mean, everybody. One starter, he gonna be the guy at Jacksonville. But the guy who I think is gonna be Leonte Wester with the Ravens. He gonna start, especially on kickoff and punt return. The ownership and coach pretty much told you at the press conference. We're most excited about what he can do for us on special teams. So I believe Leonte will be there day one, kick returner, punt returner, and he won't be long before he get on the field at the receiver spot. But besides 12, and again, two, I don't even think two is a real discussion, which we'll probably have later. But for me, it'll be Leonte Wester with the Ravens.
I'm going loco. I'm going 2. You got to sell tickets in Cleveland. Ain't nobody coming to see Otis. Ain't nobody coming to see Gabriel. Ain't nobody coming to see no doggone them running backs. Ain't nobody coming to see they love their defensive end. They paid him all that money. But he can't win games. He can't win games. He need a quarterback. He told you. This is what I expect. And this is me. 2 gonna go out there. He gonna handle his business. And what's gonna happen is this. Myles Garrett, Ward, that tight end, the Joko that they got over there, and those running backs are gonna look at him and say, man, I don't care how y'all feel. This boy right here, give us the best chance of winning. We need to put him on that field. Even if it's not game 1, game 2, or game 3, they're gonna come to the conclusion, because you got a 50-year-old quarterback sitting out there that makes no sense when it comes to the NFL of staying healthy for 17 games. They're going to look at it and say, if we want to win, and the next thing you got to look at, you're going to have young white kids in Cleveland doing this. All the owners' sons and kids and they fans doing this. They are coming to that game to see this. And if they don't see that, you're going to have some issues, because you're going to have the players saying it and you're going to have the fans saying it. We want 2. We want 2. And like they say, what you going to do when the fans tell you they want 2? Back to you, BWatts.
Okay. All right, Shannon Sharp. Okay. All right. I like that. But check this out.
Hold on.
Shannon Sharp.
You don't do Shannon Sharp. Not now. The street's too hot, BWatts. Come on, man. Don't put that on up. No.
Hey, but check this out. He known to go there. So he got to take it. He started out like that.
Whoa. I don't get 18-year-old snow bunnies. That don't happen here, partner. Don't happen here. I got a queen upstairs, and I stayed with my queen. My queen and me.
That's right,
we did.
Man. Don't put Unc Shay on him. Don't do that, man. Come on, now. It's too soon.
Back to you,
All right, man. All right. So y'all got y'all jokes in out the way. I appreciate it. But check this out now. When you look at let's see. I want to look at Jimmy Horn Jr. I want to look at I don't want to mess this up no more, y'all. All right. Got a super chat for Patrick Williams, $5. Fellas, do you see the Cleveland tight end bagging up too?
The
Coach Dre?
Cleveland tight end backing up too, in the likes of David Njoku. I wonder if I'm trying to like clarify if that's what he means. If that's what he means, absolutely, man. Look, you saw the tweets, the X quotes, or whatever you want to call them these days. Because I've shut off my X account. I ain't fooling with it. But look, we saw the outcry and the outpour of support for Shedeur. They know what it is. Come on, man. They know what it is. I'm telling you, if you haven't took a gander at the Cleveland Browns Instagram, just take a gander at it. Look who's on there the most, tagged on there the most, faces blown up on there the most. Take a look. And it ain't their number 1 first round pick, Mason Graham. It's 2. It's to you, Coach Dre.
I mean, it just come down again. We know what it is. You even see the other players, like, again, Dylan Gabriel, nobody talking about you. Flacco, they you a distant memory all of a sudden. Watson, they cracking jokes about you again. So it just comes to the point to where I think we was on here maybe a week and a half ago when me and BWatts was saying, I just don't see how you pass on 2. Because I think that was the reason for Myles Garrett signing that contract, was because I was promised that I was going to be able to get somebody in here that could lead the offense like I lead the defense. That's nobody but Shedeur Sanders. Now, the way y'all went about it, hey, we y'all know how we feel about that, and that's cool. But this is the biggest acquisition to come to Cleveland since LeBron James. Just up and down. This is the biggest acquisition to come to Cleveland, Ohio, since LeBron James. And that's the way they're going to treat him. You're going to see little kids, like Unc say, little kids throwing up their watch. You're going to have Shedeur Sanders jerseys all in the stadium. And again, I would not do that to any other quarterback. Because if you put him out there, and the first time he throw an incompletion, he don't do something right, Shedeur, the music man gonna put on a perfect timing or something. So I wouldn't do that to a quarterback. What I would do is, okay, you're gonna come in here, you're gonna fight for the job, but there's no way that the Cleveland Browns don't. If you want to put butts in seats and sell tickets, you better put 2 out there. Go ahead, Unc.
Coach and JR, y'all nailed it with what you said. At the end of the day, if it's about winning and putting butts in seats, the only answer is 2. If that's what it's about, if it's about football, if we talking football. Because look at this here. When was the last time y'all watched the Cleveland Browns football game? When was the last time, people in the chat, that you even talked about the Cleveland Browns other than a joke, the butt of a joke? And I ask you this. When was the last time you told your family, man, I sure want to go to Cleveland, Ohio. I sure want to go there for vacation. It just don't happen. When was the last time you saw an NFL player like, man, my dream place is going to Cleveland? It's not there. So it's not a destination. And I went back and looked at their records for the last 30 years. And I looked at the last 30 years, and the most game they've won in the last 30 years is 11 games. 11 games. Last 30 years, 11 games. And I went from there. They had a 12-year period where they ain't win them in a season. The most games they won was 4 or 5 games in a 12-year season. Going a 12-year period, the most games they won in one season was 5 games. It's not a winning organization. Now, they've had some spots where they won 11 games and they won 10 games, but it's like every 7 years that happens. But with that being said, I'll say this. 2 has the perfect opportunity, and they know it, because this is how trifling they are. You go up right before Philadelphia getting ready to draft him. You don't want him to go to a winning organization. You gonna trade and give up a pick so that you can get the one that's gonna fill your seats. Boy, y'all, hey, if y'all ain't trifling, you ain't got to say it, BWatts. Unc gonna say it. Y'all about as trifling as I've ever seen them. And I'm saying trifling. But you can do that, and it's all fine because at the end of the day, just like y'all paid Myles Garrett, Two gonna come, and when he tell y'all got to write that check. Homeboy, we ain't giving no family discounts. We ain't giving no old. If you don't bring that Brinks truck, you gonna have a problem. So with all that being said, I see it where Two is the place. Two is the one that answers all your problems. Because your problems are this. You don't have anybody that people care about. Two is a story. Two is someone that people hate him, people love him. It's like just if for us old heads, we used to watch Dallas. And Dallas had a person on that show called Old JR. Old JR, not that JR, but JR Ewing. That JR Ewing. And when you came to JR Ewing, you either loved him or you hated him. And that's what Two is. And those kind of people bring people eyes to that television because you got to be on there. I hope he lose. And then you got the ones that love him. I hope he win. And that's the type of enthusiasm he has. So Two, do your thing. They can't stop stop a star from shining. They can only just say, hey, hope clouds come over, but they can't stop you. Back to you, BWatts.
They've got super chat there, 199. Jimmy and Webster was a steel watch and Shiloh. All right. Check this out, JR. Stay with me, JR. Stay with me now. Stay with me, JR. Stay with me. Which player will have the most impact economically in their city? Cleveland, Florida, Shedeur, Travis, Shiloh, Will? Talk to me, JR. Who will make the most impact economically in their state?
Oh man, that's actually tough. At first, I thought it was gonna be a little alley-oop question, but that's actually a tough one, man, because Travis is a force.
Time out. Man, Coach Dre won't even let you get it off. He got that time out. Before you even say it. Don't say Cleveland. You better not say Florida. I don't care if Coach Dre is on here. Before you answer the question, Coach Dre was like this. You just gonna say Cleveland, but Coach Dre in the background said, boy, don't even try. Boy, don't even try. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, JR.
Look, I'm Texas all the way down to the toes, standing on 8 toes like Coach Prime, baby. I'm Texas all the way down to the toes. But look, Coach Prime roots come from Florida, so I got to say it. Duval, hey, it's gonna be Travis Hunter, man. The machine that is Travis Hunter. For all of the glory that Two has now and will have in the future, it's Travis. It's Travis for me. You know, he is a media darling, to say the least right now. So I got to go with Two. You know, I'm grinding my teeth saying Florida, but yeah. Did I say it right, Coach Dre? Florida.
Yeah, Florida. Florida more from Florida. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it ain't even hard when we talk about economics, and I don't know what these other stadiums is, but I know where Jacksonville Stadium is. It's downtown. It's a lot of businesses. And what people don't know is it's right down from the hood. So it's a lot of inner city kids gonna be able to get there. I'm pretty sure Travis is gonna put this work in. But the biggest reason why it's Florida all the way around, because now people from the CU community are gonna be able to flock to Florida. Just imagine, we just think all these boys make these teams, right, from Florida. Just imagine how people are gonna flock to Florida. It's always pretty much sunny here. Like I say, Jacksonville always got something going on. And so he's going to turn the economics around, and they need it. They really need it. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. Now, don't get me wrong. Two is going to do what LeBron James did for Cleveland. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. But just as a whole nucleus, what Travis and even BJ Green and Cam Simmons, Craig, what they're going to do but Jacksonville as a collective group, because now you have this group. Unbeknownst to a lot, I don't know if a lot of y'all know this, but Cam and Travis are both signed to Young Money agency. So all of that, you're going to see Lil Wayne in Jacksonville and all that kind of stuff. So the economic growth for Jacksonville and what he brings to the table is going to be immense. But again, you can't knock Shedeur for what he's going to do for Cleveland. But as an economic all the way around, it's some boys in Duval. You know what it is. We appreciate you, JR. We appreciate you with that Florida stuff. We appreciate it. Go ahead. Go ahead with the super chat.
Hey, Steve, before you go. Yeah, let me go there before we go away. Hey, Patrick Williams, $10 super chat. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard in another podcast that if you're drafted in the 5th round, that team have a right to cut you, or Cleveland setting 2 up to fail. Start it out, Steve.
Well, let's say it this one here. They didn't just draft him in the 5th round. They traded up to get 2. You also got to look at this one here. He should have been your second pick in the draft, and they know it. But let's go around at this one here. You could be. It don't make a difference what pick you are in the draft. If you don't perform, those people are gonna cut you, because they got to cut you because you got other players on that team looking at this bum, and they like, dude, you're keeping this dude, and he can't even keep up with the practice squad. Are you kidding me? You will lose your whole team. The NFL is different. The NFL is different. Let me tell y'all something right now. They got somebody on the Cleveland Browns team by the name of Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is going to be going against 2. He's going to get to watch him up front and get to see how he handles himself. You also got veterans on that offensive line. I didn't know it. Cleveland Browns got 2 all-pro offensive linemen, 2 Pro Bowlers. They got 2 Pro Bowlers. And then they brought in some free agents that are really good. Cleveland offensive line is fine. They're not going to have a problem with that. And then they brought 2 studs in running backs. I'm talking about 2 studs at running back. So, and that ain't counting the 2 tight ends they got are studs. Only thing I'm upset about them, they should have got a receiver with that 3rd round pick. Why waste it on a quarterback when you should have got one of the best receivers running 4 threes out of there, which they didn't do. But getting back to this one here, what he said, they can always cut somebody. But what y'all need to realize is this one. Ask yourself who told them to draft 2. If you look at it, that wasn't a Barry decision. Barry was sitting over there. If you look at Barry had that same look. If you look at Barry, he had the same look he had on his face when that owner told him to get Deshaun Watson. Because he told him, we don't want Deshaun Watson. Because he was like, nah, that owner said we getting him. And I don't care what you say, put a smile on your face, we getting him. And that's what's happening. So this is an owner's pick, and they can say whatever they want to. That owner is not cutting a player that he know that can put people in seats. This is what you're going to see, and I don't want to be long. Wait till spring, wait till the fall when the camp comes open. Wait till all of those young people come there and watch their training camp. That's what you want to watch. When those people come to training camp, people that have never been there before come to that training camp, and all they're talking about is 2, then you're going to know what a Sanders is. Back to y'all, fellas. Sorry about that.
I mean, that's basically it. I mean, this is what y'all got to know. Nobody who got drafted in those 7 rounds have signed a contract. The team has the rights to them right now, but only people that are actually signed to these teams are the guys that signed the unrestricted free agent contracts. Now, they're signed to the football team. They're actually on the team right now. Shiloh, Will Shepard, Cam Silman, Craig, and BJ, those guys are on the team. They've actually signed a contract. They've actually signed something that say they're going to get a certain amount of salary and all that other stuff. These guys that have been drafted, they haven't signed any contracts. They're going to be in negotiation. Now, because of the way the NFL is set up, it's not really a negotiation anymore. This is what you can make. And so that's what it really came down to for why, they might have probably did Shedeur like they did him. But what they don't understand is Shedeur gonna make that money up in endorsements, sales of merchandise, and all that other stuff. So Shedeur not worried about the money. Y'all see my boy threw big party last night. All the stars came out. So cash ain't even a thing. But nobody, yes, anybody can be cut. They can cut the first pick if they want to. They don't even have to sign him if they don't want. They can cut anybody that they drafted or signed. Anybody can be cut. Anybody can be cut. So don't get caught up in just what people saying is. But what we're saying is the 5th round through the undrafted free agent, those guys, all in the same boat. 5th round, Shedeur Sanders. Let me hold that. Shedeur Sanders is not in the same boat because, like you say, the owner made that pick. The owner was like, okay, well, I listened to y'all all draft pick. He's still there. Ain't no way we finna pass this up no more. Here we go. Because it solved their money problem. Now I can get him for this much less. Now he can come in and play. Hey, Deshaun, we pay you a little extra of this cash and go on about your business. We got our quarterback of the future. So again, it's a blessing, guys. It's really a blessing. But no, anybody can be cut. Mr. Patrick, anybody can be cut.
Look, BWatts, I'm gonna say this. Hey, shout out to Uncle Steve and Coach Dre for keeping it politically correct. And I'm gonna say this politically correct. Yes, it can happen. But in my best Smokey from Friday voice, hell no. It ain't happening. It's not happening, BWatts. You see the magnitude of the followings that Shedeur has behind him? Hell no. It ain't happening. All right? Look, we started a little snippet. Hey, I want number 2, whoever that player was. And then you heard that guy at the computer. Well, the coach make the final decision on that. Man, we just talked about economics in the past segment. We talking about economics now. We did all the politicking when he didn't get drafted where he was supposed to be drafted. But now we talking about economics. I'm gonna tell you this. I've been around some rich people, and other people in the chat probably been around a lot of rich people too. You know what rich people like? They like money. And if somebody gonna bring some money in, hey, they ride with you. So long as 2 go out there and do what we know 2 can do, hell no. He ain't getting cut. Boom. Back to you, BWatts.
All right, well, Patrick Williams got another $2 super chat. This will be perfect timing for Hard Knocks. Appreciate that super chat. Big dog, we don't want that smoke though. We want to work. We want to work. We don't want all that. We don't did Hard Knocks all last year up there in Colorado. We don't want none of that. Check this out, JR. Let's start this.
Everybody done turned Hard Knocks down. They was finna go to the college level and get your boy Bill Belichick until people started talking about it, and then Bill told them no. But don't no NFL team want Hard Knocks in their locker room this year, so you probably not gonna even get Hard Knocks at all.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. I don't want them on that. Not Shedeur. Not right now. Not right now. Let him get that second contract first. Check this out, JR. When you look at, I want to take a closer look, deep dive into Shiloh. What are his chances and what his, like I say, what his chances of making Tampa Bay Broncos football team? Defensive side, special team, start off on the special team and work his way up. What is his best route to make that team?
Man, I had to turn my camera off for a second. I thought I misheard something. Tampa Bay Broncos. Hey, shout out to BWatts, man. Hey, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I mean, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man.
we knew what you were talking about.
I got a motorcycle ride down here, man.
But look, free agency, undrafted free agents, man, they strategic with things. I talked about it a little bit last night. Undrafted free agents can ask questions. Hey, what's your roster looking like? What's your intent on using me? What's the chances of me making the football team? And the administration, the organization, they can be unapologetically honest with them. Hey man, we just bring you in, fill some spots. You do what you need to do. You might have a chance. Or they could say, hey man, we really have deficits at this position. We're bringing in a numerous amount of people, but you do have a high possibility of making the team. So what we know about Shiloh, he's not allergic to working hard. We know that. We say, as much as people say he goof around and stuff like that, but when it's time to work, it's time to work. You heard Coach Kelly the previous year say, man, he always in the film room. He's always with me asking questions. You heard Coach Livingston say the same thing about Shiloh. He's always asking me questions. Where can I be better? What can I do better? He's always a film room junkie. So Shiloh has a tremendous opportunity to make the team because right now, all they really have solidified back there is Antoine Winfield Jr., an outstanding player within his own right, but that's the only person they got back there. So Shiloh gonna have to make the team through, probably special teams. Gonna have to pop, but that's big for him. That's right up Shiloh alley. Hey, go down there on punt return, headache gang CEO. That's what I got to say about that. It's to you, Coach Dre.
Again, it wasn't long after the draft that Shiloh was signed to Tampa Bay. That lets you know that Tampa Bay, that he was on their board in that fourth and fifth, in that fifth and sixth and seventh round, them debating if they want to take him. Tampa Bay has a great head coach in Todd Bowles, a great defensive mind who's going to use this guy the way he's supposed to be used. I think he has a great chance. I'm about 80% chance that Shiloh will be on the Tampa Bay Bucks this year because of the simple fact is he's professionally ready. And that's what a lot of rookies, they're not ready professionally for the NFL. Shiloh is ready professionally for the NFL. Again, JR just told y'all eloquently that we only got one good safety, and that's Winfield. That other safety spot is open. So Shiloh goes down here, show people he can what he can do on the special teams, but he has a legitimate shot to play right away at safety for the Tampa Bay Bucks because they don't have another guy that's solidified. Not to say no disrespect to the guy whoever that was that started last year for them, but he's not a certified Antonio Winfield type of guy. So Shiloh has a legitimate chance to play a lot for the Tampa Bay Bucks and make that team. We know he's ready to go. I'm more happy of the way Shiloh went about his business this weekend. The way he put his arms around his brother, he made his brother feel comfortable, and then he worried about himself. Then you see as soon as the draft was over, boom, I got me a team to go to. Coach Prime come up and dance, let him dance and make him feel special because sometimes people forget about this kid, that this kid went to the SEC first. He came down out the SEC. He was going to start at South Carolina as a sophomore. Make no mistakes about it. This kid is NFL ready, and I believe he makes. I got right now. I'm at 80% for Shiloh making the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Hey, Miss Phyllis,
Sure.
I
before you go, Steve,
let
me get this super chat out. Miss Phyllis got a super chat. They have already put out pre-orders for Shedeur Sanders jersey. Appreciate the $4.99, boss lady, sis. Miss Phyllis Smith, appreciate it. Steve, when we look at, I want to get away from Shiloh and let's try Leonte Wester. Was he the steal of the draft? Wide receiver, Baltimore. Fifth round.
Looking at Baltimore.
I mean, sixth round.
What I would say is this one here. For Baltimore, he's a steal because what you got to realize with Baltimore, they have Flowers, and I'm up here. I watch them. I watch Baltimore. Andrews, I thought he had, clutch hands, but, he had a bad day. So we'll go with that one. But what they needed was a receiver that's open like 7-11, that Lamar can always depend on. When he hit him, he going to catch the ball. That's what Lamar didn't have. Flowers would make some plays, but Flowers did a fumble that caused us to go to that doggone championship, the final. So when he fumbled the ball against Kansas City, that's Super Bowl fumbles there. But with that being said, I will say he is a steal because of what he adds to the game, special teams. Because he's going to start off like Coach Dre said, he's going to be special team up here in Baltimore. But what's going to happen is this. Baltimore is blue collar. Baltimore is about that work. Baltimore is a Mr. Ray Lewis, Sugar Ray. We call him Sugar up here. He from Florida, but he's Sugar up here. He's Sugar up here. And with that being said, they love hard workers. And when they see Leonte, they're going to fall in love with him because all they're going to see is a tough as nails receiver. And he might not be the biggest receiver, but he's tough as nails, and all he do is make plays. And that's how they're going to love Leonte and find him a steal for the Baltimore Ravens. Back to you, BWatts.
All right. Take it on, JR. Let me hear your take on it. And you too, Coach Dre.
Yeah, I'm with Uncle Steve on that. I got a little bit of a different twist, but obviously, look, he's gonna come in as a special teams guy. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people make they professional career on special teams, but when he gets his opportunity to be in that wide receiver lineup, hey, you better believe he's sure-handed. We're talking about 200 catches over the last 2 years. We're talking about over 2,000 yards over the last 2 years of his collegiate career. So he know how to be a receiver. That's not going to leave him. All he needs is the opportunity. So he'll come in. He going to grind. He going to have grit. He going to get on special teams. He going to make it happen. He going to use his quickness. He going to use his speed. And when he gets his opportunity to be lined out there, and receive a pass from Lamar Jackson, he going to catch it. He going to make a big play. And then that's going to be the start of something great for him. You know, because when they got Zay Flowers there, correct me if I'm wrong, Zay Flowers was a high draft pick, but they used him in special teams early, right? Now, Zay Flowers is maturing in his career. They can't use him in special teams like they want to. He's been injured a few times. You can't use them now. So you got to bring in a guy to supplement that guy because you're invested in Zay Flowers. So you got to bring in another guy to say, hey, we need somebody that's going to spark our special teams. Because I watch quite a bit of NFL football from time to time. And what I noticed about the Ravens, they was just throwing anybody back there at special teams. They're just trying to make it happen. And keep it real. You know that's what they're doing. They're just trying, man, we just trying to make it happen. Now they got a guy that they can invest in Leonte Wester to say, all right, hey, this is going to be your role. This is what we need you to do. And when you get that opportunity to be lined out there with the likes of Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, Zay Flowers, whoever else they got out there receiver. I don't know the other receiver.
Hopkins.
There you go. When you get lined out there with those guys and you get that opportunity, 3rd and 2, and Lamar looking to scramble, and he zip it out there real quick, catch the doggone ball. Make it happen. That's what I got for you. It's to you, Coach Dre.
Again, he a guy that's just gonna come in and work. We not concerned with where we're at, where we got picked at. We just know we want the opportunity. So for him, like y'all say, they haven't had a guy. They just been throwing guys back there. When you listen to the press conference, when you listen to the general manager and those guys, hey, his special teams is what we want him for right now. We know what he can do, but what I know is that's all Tay needed was for you to believe in him. And now when I get here, I can show you what I can do at receiver. He's been down here working with a great receiver coach. He looked good in the. Like I say, I'll say this about him and Jimmy. Them going to the combine helped them a lot. Them going to the NFL combine helped them a lot. And that's what any of these young men. I think most of the young men that went to the combine, they got drafted. You understand what I'm saying? That quarterback that got drafted before Shedeur, he was at the combine. I didn't even know who bro was. I'm just being honest with you. But it's just a great blessing for him. If you saw on X or on Instagram him talking to the coach and how happy his family was again, and you see he back in the hood in the mud with them boys. When you from where he from and you from where we from, you got the whole hood on your back. You got everybody on your back, and for him to make it. But the one thing I wanted to, and I'm just so glad. Now him and Jimmy were two kids I didn't want to come to Florida. So everybody else can come to Florida. Y'all got to get away from here. Y'all go somewhere else. You get what I'm saying? So I was thrilled that they didn't have to come back here because like I say, Travis, he a Florida boy, but he had went up to Georgia and played and been in Colorado. He hadn't been in Florida. I'm more happy for him because now his grandma and his father get to see him play a whole lot more. But as far as Leonte, he's gonna do great things for the Baltimore Ravens. He's a shoe-in to be on that football team. No ifs, ands, and buts about it.
Okay. All right. Man, what y'all think about the guy that been exposed doing the prank call to Shedeur? His dad is a defensive coordinator for Atlanta. Said a pad was just laying there. His dad had left it open, as his dad say. Man, that don't even sound right. He just left it open.
BWatts, I don't want to get at no light, man. I mean, look, it sounds like a fabricated story, man. I don't want to get at no light, BWatts.
You giving people fuel that don't even need it. We don't even want to talk about them. We know they lied. That's all we gonna do. We know they lied.
That sounds like a fabricated story, man.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
But because I'm gonna say this, BWatts. Look, graduation coming up, so some of the kids coming home early and stuff like that. But a lot of these kids still at school right now. So how the iPad just laying around when you should have been at Ole Miss at the time, probably getting prepared for finals and things like that. The graduation about to come up around the first week of May. There's a lot of college graduations going around. So we're not quite there yet, so people still taking fine. But whatever, story seems fabricated to me. But that's all I got to say about it.
BWatts. Yeah. Thank y'all, JR, and thank y'all, Coach. But I'm different. I'm bringing out the lashes. I'm bringing the whip out. Let's go here. Let's go here. I want the pain and suffering.
No, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
This is right. That coach should be held accountable for his son. You can shake your head all you want to. If you have information that you're supposed to keep confidential and it's of somebody's personal business, you have the responsibility to keep that you're supposed to keep that tight and away from people, period. I was in the military. When I have confidential information or classified information, my wife, my kid, nobody can come around that. I got to lock it up, put it in places. I'm going there. If that would have been Shiloh Sanders or Shiloh would have played and did a prank like that, they would have had the FBI come to their house, knock the door down, and say, "Hey, we're gonna arrest you," and you can put it any way you want to. This is what I think that should happen. The NFL should go to that coach because he's held accountable for his kids. I would go, and if I'm Shedeur, I'm filing a lawsuit. And I'm filing a lawsuit for pain and suffering for what he did, an embarrassment of what he did to him and his family. And I'm going to file a lawsuit against that kid. And I'm going to send all of the money to a place for domestic women, or whatever the case may be. I'm not keeping a penny, and I'm going to send that money there because you have to send a message. The NFL sent a message, and nothing but right. If you want to send messages, I'll send messages left and right. When they go high, I'm going. If they go low, I'm going underneath the ground with you. So with that being said, y'all can do it any way y'all want to. That's y'all problem. Y'all too forgiving. Y'all so forgiving, it's ridiculous. I'm not. I'm gonna lash him. I'm gonna lash him again. He thought it was funny. That apology meant absolutely nothing. If I'm going there, I don't want your apology. I want you suspended, just like 2 lost $30 million. I want that coach to lose money, and I want that kid to feel something too. That's what I want. And back to you, BWatts, because I ain't taking it easy on him. If you think you funny, ha ha. Your daddy need to feel some of your funny. so he can show you some manners. Back to you, BWatts.
Whoa. Hell, I second that
I
too.
want to thank
I
Danny
second
Little
that.
John 199.
Second that.
You got a super chat here
I just didn't
for
want to say it.
Danny Little John 199. He need to be gone. That apology was weak. But like I say, man, on my job, man, I'm an inventory specialist. They give me a laptop. Ain't but 5 of us on that floor got 5. Ain't but got a laptop. You lay that thing around and somebody go in it and change them numbers. Yeah, we ain't jack on fire. Yeah, we gonna call it law. Somebody done stole some products. Somebody done messed up our inventory. Yeah. When they told me that, I said, whoa. I said, no, Mr. Watts, we're not giving you this laptop and that money just for you to just lay it around. We giving you a code. You got the access to everything. I said, what? Yeah, you got the access to everything. You're an inventory specialist. You got to pay for that specialist. So, yeah, there's some repercussions should come to that defensive coordinator. You just can't lay around stuff like that. Now, Steve went a little bit more extra, but, you know, he need to at least be fined by the NFL because the Falcons put out a statement about 2 hours ago saying they ain't going to do nothing to him, which I thought was crazy. You ain't going to do nothing to him. Not only he did him like that, he did the quarterback from Syracuse like that from a report on X. I said, wow. But it just didn't get blew up like Shedeur did. But it's all right. But like I said, man, you just can't let stuff like that go by because somebody else gonna come along and do the same thing because this is a copycat world. It is. People copy each other, man. Do crazy stuff. Got another super chat here. Let's see. Ron Alexander 499. Appreciate you, Ron. Appreciate you over there. JR. All right. Let's make this transition. I'm going on our. Let's make this transition to. I'm trying to keep a watch of this chat. Let's keep a. Hold on. Trying to get rid of this. All right. Well, I try to look at my analytics, and it's telling me to stay right here on this subject, so I can't move. So whenever it stay up, y'all, I try to stay on it. But I want to move to Colorado. No, I got to stay here. Y'all. I'm sorry. The analytics says stay here. I'm keeping an eye on it. It says it's up high. So what? So I let them dictate that, y'all, what we talk about. Look at him. Jimmy Horn Jr. I don't care what Steve said. JR either. When you look at Jimmy Horn Jr., when you look at Jimmy Horn Jr., right? Another Florida boy, a wide receiver. But he didn't get a chance to go to link up in Florida. But check this out. He going to Carolina Panthers. Man, I looked at their roster. Jimmy Horn Jr. got a chance to start, y'all. Everybody looked like they're on an equal level for that wide receiver. They got some young wide receivers that not produce. So if he go out there and just put that work in, we already know he got the speed. It's a good chance, JR. By game 5, if not starting, he cracked that lineup. He will have a chance on that special team, though.
BWatts, absolutely. Look, I'm here in North Carolina right now by way of my home state, Houston, Texas, man. Texas. Yes, Coach Dre, I'm saying Texas. But I'm here in North Carolina now. I'm going to tell you this. They couldn't give tickets away to see the Panthers last year. Like, they couldn't give them away. Bobby walking around, hey, you know, as a leader in an organization that I was proud to lead. I'm walking around with tickets. I'm sending out emails. USAA is sending all these tickets, and nobody wanted to go. They couldn't give tickets away. Couldn't give them away. I was like, Lord. I mean, man, look, they're going to have to send the Panthers overseas so they can start, you know. So all that to be said, man, look, Jimmy got every possibility, got every reason, every attribute, all the talent in the world. He'll be on the roster, man. He'll be on the roster. It's there. It's there for him to be on the roster. You got Bryce Young, and that's about it. I mean, I can't even name another player. I can't remember the country dude from South Carolina. I can't remember his name, man. Shout out to him though. But I mean, you got Bryce Young, and they drafted T-Mac, this year. Know his name just from the draft now. He got every opportunity. To you, Coach Dre.
Yeah, I mean, out of all the guys, when you look at their team or where they were drafted or who they were picked up with, when you look at that receiver room, and then for Jimmy, the biggest thing is Steve Smith is his biggest fan. Steve Smith thinks Jimmy Horn is the next Steve Smith. Steve Smith believes in Jimmy Horn. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. So, yeah, Jimmy has every opportunity to, when the when the Carolina Panthers go out there the first week, to be in that starting lineup. He has the speed. We've gotten better with the hands. We catching the ball. And again, that NFL, that gauntlet drill at the combine put him up there in the upper echelons. They went and got T-Mac. So now we know that they have two young guys to go with these other young guys who they've already tried out and they gave the opportunity. So now I believe that he'll get every opportunity to start for the Carolina Panthers. So I'm thrilled for him. Again, I think he'll be their starting punt returner, kickoff returner. But I won't be surprised if Jimmy Horn is their starting slot receiver come week one, going out against whoever the Carolina Panthers play against. Because, again, this head coach, this GM, even Bryce, hey, like, they on their last leg with these guys. Like, I know this Bryce second year, but I mean Bryce got benched last year. So year three. Yeah, year three.
Yeah,
so they on their last leg with Bryce, and they benched him last year. So, he gonna wanna find a rhythm with a guy like Jimmy Horn and T-Mac. So I believe that Jimmy has a great chance to go out there and start the first game of the season for the Carolina Panthers. So you on.
Well, I think y'all both nailed it. The one thing I can say is this one here for Jimmy is this one here. Bryce Young was playing good football last year. At the end, when they put Bryce back in, Bryce stepped it up. That's why they're so excited. That's why they're bringing in all that speed. This is what you're going to see from Carolina. The speed is what kills. What you saw from T-Mac and Jimmy, it's different than what Carolina has seen before. You're going to see two guys come there that can flat out move. And when you move the way Jimmy and T-Mac move, it's going to open up eyes because those guys are going to be like, whoa, they're at a different speed right now. And when you see Jimmy on special teams and Jimmy break one, you know what that quarterback going to say, especially in practice. They see Jimmy open, and because what you're going to do is you're going to start watching tape. You're going to be like, well, we're not going to Jimmy, but we're watching the routes. And any smart coach who over there, the receivers coach will be like, damn, Jimmy open a lot. You're going to start being like, man, we going to T-Mac or we're going to this other receiver, but we got Jimmy over as the third. And I'm telling you, Jimmy is moving. And that's what Jimmy needs to concentrate when he got people like you, Coach Dre. That's what you're telling him. Even when you think they're not going to you, you need to be perfecting what you're doing because somebody is always watching. If they're watching that tape, it's going to be one smart person going to be like, damn, I'm watching the tape. I'm watching them. But the receivers coach going to be like, I'm watching Jimmy, man, and Jimmy is moving. And when you start seeing that and Jimmy can stay focused on, I don't care what they're doing, my job is every play. I'm running it like the ball's coming to me, and I'm going to be ready for when they do realize I'm the one the ball should be coming to. Jimmy is going to make a difference, and he needs to stay healthy. He needs to stay healthy. So whatever y'all doing with him, talking to him, his nutritionist, however he's working out, Jimmy needs to stay healthy. He cannot come in there with those nicks and stuff like that because if he do, in the NFL, they don't wait on him. They don't wait on him in the NFL. So hopefully he got that taken care of. If I'm him, I'm getting a nutritionist. I'm getting away from everybody else. I'm putting money on a barracks or something for my body. I go in there and do those type things so that I'm ready to play. Back to you, BWatts.
Yeah. I like his chances, man. Cause they got young wide receivers, bro. All like you say, all you gotta do is stay healthy, and all he wanted was an opportunity. Well, Coach Ryan helped him got his opportunities, and all he got to do out there and go get it now. It's in his hand. Whatever he want is right there for him. Whether he got drafted or not, he in there. He in there. So that was the key to me. BJ Green, talk to me, JR.
Look, BJ Green has a tremendous opportunity down there in Jacksonville. Look, I definitely, I don't follow Jacksonville, but look, my Texans play them twice a year. And I'll tell you this. You look at their stadium in Jacksonville, it's empty. You look at that roster across Jacksonville, and it's crazy to say guys not talented. So I'm not going to say they're not talented, but they don't have the most talented roster in the NFL. So BJ Green has a tremendous opportunity to go out and use his motivation to help him make that roster. Unbelievable drive, unbelievable effort. I mean, he is used to getting it out the mud. We talking about a guy that didn't have a scholarship. He was a walk-on guy going into college. And you got a lot of stories like that in the NFL, but we talking about BJ Green specifically. So he has the opportunity to go to the Jacksonville Jaguars organization and put himself in an opportunity to be on the 53-man roster. Worst case scenario, you're a practice squad guy, and they can call you up and down and, things like that. But the opportunity is there, and that's all he can ever ask for. It's to you, Coach Dre.
Yeah. Now that's the one position for the Jaguars where they do have some decent players. And that was the one thing when I looked at it last night, talking with some people, that was the one place that the Jaguars felt good coming into this season. But with that being said, they like BJ Green motor. They like the way he plays, and they think in their defense he can play. They can move him down to the 3 technique sometime, as well as the edge. And so with him being able to be versatile, so that was good what Coach Sapp and Coach Lewis and Coach Dancy did with him last year. Let him get that work at that 3 technique, have him take where people can see him down at that 3 technique as well as that defensive end. So yes, he has a great shot, but with the speed that he has, we know that we can put him on kickoff and let him run down there on kickoff. We know we can put him on punt. He can run down there and make tackles on punt. So he gives himself a great shot. But that's just just FYI for information that is one spot where Jacksonville is strong at, and Jacksonville isn't that far off. Their defense was really good last year. It's just Trevor Lawrence got hurt. It just went down the drain. But now for BJ, I just want him to come in here and work hard, and I know he's gonna do whatever he say. But the one thing I know is he got a heck of a why. He understands his purpose. He understands his goals and what he's trying to do. And like I say, I'm always say this. I respect that guy when he came and said I had to look at myself first and look at myself and say, hey, I got to do better. And that's when I start becoming a better football player for Colorado. And I believe the same thing will happen for him here in Jacksonville. So I feel good about his chances of making the team. Go ahead, on.
Great feedback, Coach and JR. This is what I know about Jacksonville. The new coach and new general man, the new coach there, they're going on a youth movement. And he wants young players. And he wants young players because he wants to change the culture. He wants people flying around. He wants to provide all of them an opportunity to say, hey, when you're in Jacksonville, we're going to give you an opportunity to get on the field. It's more like a college atmosphere is what they're looking for. What you have when you have a room like Jacksonville have is this here. You have some very talented players at the edges. It's BJ Green's job to show them we can trade one of them. We can do this here. We can do some things. We can keep BJ for cheap. And this player here is a very good player, but BJ has shown us he can come in and fill and take care of that need. Now we can make a trade, make our team even better and younger, get some draft picks out of it and go from there. So those are things that BJ and them need to be looking at. I could care less what they got in their room because you got a couple things going on. You got those players that are vets. They coming in sometimes, man, I ain't taking this here. I got this here, blah, blah, blah. And you also got it where they got to stay healthy. So when you got those two things going for you, and BJ ain't got a care in the world. I'm trying to make the team. I'm fighting. You guys are saying, hey, y'all got a contract. I'm fighting to keep a contract. So it's two different things. And when a team can cut somebody who's making all this money for a player who's making no money, you better believe they're going to do it. If it's close, BJ is batting 1,000. It's his job to go out there and say, hey, like Coach Bryant, I'm fighting for this job. I'm fighting for my life. And that's what he needs to do. But he's definitely going to make the team because it's special team. You can't get too many dudes like him when it comes to special teams and stuff like that. But what I'm looking for is this. BJ, when we watch, I can't wait to watch when they do the training camp to watch BJ come off that edge. BJ's going to be explosive. So back to you, BWatts.
JR, Coach Brown got four players drafted. Got a total of 6 undrafted free agent, I think. Let me back that up. 4 undrafted free agent, 2 or 3 going to men account, Ricky men account. But check this out. With all said and done, right? With all said and done, JR, the impact on his coaching career after 2 years. Let me read this super chat. Danny, Cam, and BJ benefit being around Travis. I agree with that. Go ahead, JR.
Yeah, I mean, look, the narrative can no longer be that Coach Prime cannot get talented players into the NFL. That can't be the narrative, you know. So we've heard that. We've heard players say that come to the university that explain that to Coach Prime. Yeah, they're telling me I come here, I ain't gonna get to the NFL. That's not the narrative anymore. So you got four guys drafted, you got 4 undrafted free agents, and you got a handful of guys got some invites to a mini camp. So you can't say that. They gonna say now the narrative is Coach Prime could definitely provide your opportunity. He could definitely provide your opportunity. You go take care of business, you're gonna be drafted. Look, that's all they can say now. So when you're using those, those dirty recruiting tactics and things like that, and this was a huge blessing, even though it was a stressful moment. But Coach Prime always say, look, I can't have bad days. I might have a bad moment, right? They have bad moments. But moments don't last forever. So the narrative has to change. It can no longer be he can't get you to the NFL because that's proven to be false. It's to you, Coach Dre.
You hit the nail on the head. What can you say now? He told you all you need to do is come here and work hard, and I'll give you the opportunity to shine your light. 4 kids drafted. 4 kids signed immediately after the NFL draft. I'm talking about immediately. Within an hour, you had guys, Cam Silman, Craig, and Shiloh, and within 30 minutes of the draft being over, hey, come on. So you know that these guys were already talked about in these meeting rooms. No longer can you go to people's houses, these high school recruits' houses, and say, hey, Dion can't get you here. But furthermore, I want to say this, and I know we're going to come to it. Guys, what happened Friday evening had nothing to do with what went on Thursday evening. Okay? That had nothing to do with that. And it showed on Saturday and Saturday evening. It had nothing to do with the two things. We have to believe in what Coach Prime is doing. We so impatient. I told you we live in a microwave world. Most kids don't like real food. They want to go to Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Burger King. You go tell them about some rice and beans or some neck bones, oxtails in it. What's that? Don't want to eat that. Because that take too long. That take too long to cook. They got to wait on that. But That's the difference from coming to Colorado and coming to other places. Here we giving you a home-cooked meal. We ain't giving you no fast food. We giving you what you need to succeed in life. And so when you talk about the recruiting, it's going to do nothing but go up now. Because kids are looking, and they're just looking. Like I say, I sent y'all that thing. All them 5 stars went undrafted, had to get the free agent contracts. What I know is, if I'm good enough, I can get drafted. And even if they don't think me good enough to be drafted, I could be right. I could be on an unrestricted free agent contract just like that. You got Zay Weaver, and then like again, Zay Weaver. He has Houston. He has Bolden. He has the. You can no longer look at this man's sheet and say that he can't get it done and get kids to the next level because he's proven it. So I don't know what you can say. All you can say is come on and see us at Boulder so we can get ourselves better. But Coach Prime, and that comes, I keep telling y'all, God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. And if I can, if I put Coach Prime through this, it'll show somebody else that even a guy like Coach Prime goes through this and he comes out on the other side of the mountain, squeaky, smiling, feeling good, and you can tell he built his kids up for this moment. And so I think all this did was help us with our recruiting, help us with getting players in here, because I think now guys know that they can go to the NFL coming to the University of Colorado. It's on you, Uncle Steve.
Thank you, Coach Dre and JR. You hit it. Coach Brian put Jackson State players in the NFL. Bolden and Houston, just like you said, Coach Dre. People need to understand, Coach Brian did have a Heisman Trophy winner. Coach Brian did have the Johnny Unitas best quarterback in college football winner. So, and that ain't counting the other 8 or 9 trophies that Travis won accordingly. That's Coach Brian players. So all I'm saying is this here. He got these players that he assisted getting the NFL. But I'm going to tell parents, why are you talking about Coach Prime when it pertains to what Coach Prime can do for your kids? When you see people attack a player, a man that looks like you parents, I'm talking to the parents that look like you, and we have the mitigal audacity to run and be like, oh, let me shun away from somebody that look like me. I point a finger at you. Because for me and my son, if you do that to a man that look like me that's doing the right thing, that is that is an example that I would want my son to be like, the man that I want my son to be like his example. And I go away from that because society is coming saying we want to point somebody out and try to take something away from that person. Me as a parent, that's the person I'm taking them to, because I'm gonna show you. We can't be bought, and we are definitely not scared, and we don't scratch when we ain't itchy, and we don't laugh when it's not funny. So with that being said, I'm going reverse for you. I ain't going on that foolishness about Coach Prime. I'm going on us parents. I'm going on us parents. Let me say this one here. And I'm going to tell some of y'all, go away from y'all screen. Go away from y'all screen right now. Y'all don't need to hear this. Dr. Umar, some of y'all don't even know who that is. But if he watched this NFL draft and he saw what I saw, it's some people that probably would get some lashes. And I'll just leave it at that. Because I looked at it, and thank you, JR, because you saw what I saw. I'm like, we do all that talking. And I love everybody. But I was really, that shook me for a minute. I was like, wow, where my queens at? But I'll leave that alone. Back to you, BWatts.
Dang, you gonna leave it alone? Give back to me, okay? All right, you shites Negro, you. I'm gonna come back at you though. I'm gonna come back at you though. I'm gonna throw something back at you. Tell me, Uncle Steve, you ain't gonna throw that on me. I'm gonna come back at you. You always doing that, JR. JR, he did that while you was on vacation, bro. Here we go. Let me come at you, Steve. Let me come at you. What's up, bro? My brother is doing, that's my brother right there. He had surgery, Joel Stoke. He's saying great show and good substance. BWatts. He done had that surgery, and he's back on his feet, man. I'm happy for my brother, man. George Stokes, I love you, bro. Appreciate you for rocking with me, fam. Yes, sir. Okay. He goes hard question. I don't want Coach Dre to get on this because, you know, everybody going to heaven and everybody going to the Hall of Fame. And Coach Dre was the answer. So here we go, Steve. I know Steve will trade you and throw you into the transfer party or fire your offensive coordinator, JR. JR used to be like that, but Steve, he's the joker of the show. Steve. Steve, y'all know I keep it real on Sports Talk with BWatts now. Yeah, Coach Dre, Steve, that's why I like this show. See, we satisfy everybody. JR is down the middle. He's down the middle. He's a Republican, but he vote as a Democrat. Well, Coach Dre, shit, he don't give a damn if you a walk-on. He don't care if you stay in my neighborhood. You're a Hall of Famer. I ain't got nothing bad to say about you. Boy, as long as you put on no pads and you get in a three-point stand, Coach Dre said you a Hall of Famer. But Uncle Steve, Uncle Steve give it to you like Richard Pryor, boy. He'll give it to you like Richard Pryor. Uncle Steve, I'm coming back at you at this one. Then we're going to follow Coach Dre. Then we're going JR. I'm going to switch it up. Who won? The Shield or the brand in this past NFL draft? Did the NFL win or did the Sanders win? Who won? And Steve, I heard from Coach Dre and JR yesterday. What really went down?
Okay.
What really happened?
This is what I saw. You guys look at America. We had to vote in America, and America voted, and they said that they needed a change. They said that they needed a change. America wasn't going in the right direction. We need to turn the ship around. Now, this is America. This is our big, beautiful country, which I love, and I fought for it. It said we need to go in a direction, new direction. That's the first thing. Ownership, the Shield starts seeing young males coming up there, and those young males start doing podcasts during the playing season. Those young males coming in the thing telling them what they gonna do. Those young males will start to tell in the NFL, you gonna play me both ways. People really don't realize it turned them upside down when a player telling them that they gonna play both ways too. Yeah, they didn't say too much about that because they love Travis, but it's still for people who make billions of dollars. You don't tell billionaires what you're going to do. You do what they say you're going to do in their mind. Listen to me. I'm talking in the billionaire's mind. You see, the problem we have, young people now think everything is fair and everything is roses and everything. That's not life. That's not reality. You're not in the rooms in which they're making decisions. Let's say again, when it comes to America, the only thing y'all do is vote. The people you voted for, them the ones make decisions and put that money in their pocket. Let's go again with NFL owners. Y'all just pay for the tickets. They put the money in their pocket and they go buy yachts and laugh at y'all and tell y'all, oh, y'all got a voice. You ain't got nothing. Because when they make that decision and say, hey, we gonna show y'all young boys, you ain't coming into this league with these podcasts, we're tired of it. You're not coming into this league and tell us that you're going to get guaranteed contracts. We're tired of it. You're not coming to this league playing your music, shucking and jiving. We're tired of it. This is not a Coach Prime thing. This had nothing to do with Coach Prime. Now, you had a couple of teams that wanted to get back at Coach Prime because if y'all remember, I think it was the Giants that Coach Prime told them, what draft pick y'all got? I'm not going to do that Wonderlic thing because I won't be around by that time. So I think that was the Giants, if I'm not mistaken, that was asking them to do that. So they had a little axe to grind. But I tell y'all this, go look up Brian Daboll. Go look his toxic environment that he had at Cleveland, allegedly, and go look at the toxic environment he had at Buffalo, allegedly, and explain to me on how a man that is as toxic as he is can tell a young boy that he turned him off with his how many people did you turn off, Dayball, with your toxic relations environment, allegedly. Let's go allegedly. I'm just going on what they do with Shedeur, allegedly, his toxic environment. Y'all need to do research. Look at Haslam. Haslam, allegedly, he had some bad business, allegedly, let's go here. These are facts. Do your research. He hired a person that had how many assault charges? 28 assault charges, and he made him his quarterback. So don't tell me it's about football or don't tell me it's about, his cockiness and stuff like that. This what it was about. The NFL wanted to change the culture because they saw something coming and they saw the perfect person. They saw somebody that they could put on that, I ain't gonna say cross, that they could put on that back. I'm from Mississippi. They used to hang folks. They said, give me the biggest tree. Give me that rope. Y'all don't know nothing about that, but that's what they did in Mississippi, that mud. And when they did that, this is truth. And that's why y'all want y'all to read no more. They don't want you to know nothing about your history. But with that being said, this is where I'm going with this one here. They want to make sure you understand when they say move, they mean move. But what they made them, this is where they made the mistake. Short term, the Shield won. Long term, the Shield lost because what you did to that young man, you made some of those people who wanted to make America change, you made them happy. But what you did was all of those other good people that said, hey, common sense, and said, hey guys, let's look at this here. That wasn't right. Because you have some people come and say, hey, I might have not agreed with some things he said, but that guy didn't assault 28 women. That guy didn't kill a person driving 100 miles per hour. That guy didn't choke his girlfriend like Hardy did. In the they still made him one of the highest paid linemen in football for the Carolina Panthers. I'm just going, he didn't do those things. That man didn't smoke weed and have a funnel on draft night, and you see him on there on TV. So all I'm saying is they use him as an example, and it had nothing to do with Deion Sanders. It had to do with the Micah Parsons who doing podcasts while the season going on, and that irked owners. It irked owners when you have young males coming in meetings with them, and those young males, you got to realize that Shedeur Sanders been around them his whole life. He knows some of these people. So with that being said, and I'll cut it as this, BWatts, people talking about see, they confuse y'all. They tell y'all stuff. Oh, his quarterback, and how was Couch's quarterback? How was Johnny Manziel's quarterback? How was your boy Baker, Shake and Bake, getting arrested and trying to cover it up? Johnny Manziel going on there not reading plays or anything else like that, reading playbooks. So all I'm telling you is this one here. It was the perfect time. Two got the perfect song. It was perfect timing. He was the perfect person that would get them the attention. And last but not least, let's look at this one here. Who in the heck watched the NFL draft anymore? If it wasn't for the Sanders family, it wouldn't have even been watched. It has no stories. They created this story and they did it 3 weeks out just like everything else. They come out, well, she really don't have no understanding of how the country works. She really don't have a plan. We really don't understand it. They did the same thing with two. It's just something about when he do those meetings, it didn't go on too well. It was something about it. And we eat it up like it's hotcakes. But I read, you're not going to get me with it. It all goes with what they say back in the old days. They gonna show you better than they can tell you. And they wanted to put him up there and they wanted to show America this is what the Shield can do, just like we did Kaepernick, and it ain't nothing y'all can do about it. We might have to pay some money, but that's all. We still own these teams, and you're gonna do what you've been doing for the last 100 years. You're gonna keep on watching and say it's wrong, but you're gonna shut your mouth and pay for them tickets. So back to you, BWatts. But I'm just gonna let y'all know, it didn't have nothing to do with no Sanders family. It had to do with, we had to show y'all what we talking about. If you smell what the Shield is cooking.
I appreciate it. I told y'all, hey, there 3 different personalities on this thing, man. one way, the other down the middle, and the other, it is what it is. But check this out, JR, then Coach Dre, then check this out. Let's stay right there. Who got to pay for it, or will anybody pay for it? Will the Big 12 pay for it coming up this year? Or, hey, what Shedeur go out there do it with his play? Somebody got to pay for it. Talk to me, JR and Coach Dre. I got a different from Steve.
Look, they all paying for it. If I'm Coach Prime, I'm running it up. It's 12 teams on that schedule. Even the non-conference games, everybody getting it. It'd be like back at Jackson State. Run it up. I don't care. We up by 25 in the fourth quarter. Run it up. Everybody paying. K-Salt, go off. Salt, shake it off. Run for 2,000 yards if you need to. Hey, I'll run it up. And then for Shedeur, look, Des Bryant said it best in that message that he sent to Shedeur publicly. He said, you saw the NFL make a business decision. When it's time for you, you don't cut no deal. Get all yours. I'm talking, you saw Patrick Mahomes, 10 years, 500 million, 500. Y'all hear the 500 in my voice? I ain't being politically correct or down the middle right now. 500. Hey, when it come down for Shedeur, 700. Run it up. Don't take no hometown deal. That's what I got for him. It's to you, Uncle Steve. It's to you, Coach Dre.
At the end of the day, that's what I told the young men. There's no way you can say I love Coach Prime and I love these boys. I take all this personal. When I step out on the field with this buffalo on my uniform, hey yo, somebody. Hey y'all, hey listen, this ain't nothing personal against y'all football team. This for everybody. But I can't say I'm my brother's keeper. I can't say I love Shiloh Sanders. I can't say I love Deion Sanders if I didn't take this person. If I'm a football coach on the Colorado Buffaloes, I took this person. So every time when that was my morning message in our little group. When you working, they put that big bold on the top of your shoulder. So when you come in here, Georgia Tech, listen, boy, y'all get it first. Ain't no ain't nothing to talk about. If you don't want to be here, hey, and like I say, I love everybody but if you don't want to be here, don't be here. But these people on this train, hey, they gonna be ready to go. And if you ain't ready to go, just get out there and stand in front of the tracks. Cause this train gonna keep rolling. So get on it or get you behind ran over. It's real simple. See, this Coach Dre right here. See, this is what they gonna get tomorrow. See, cause hey, it don't make us no difference what you say. You can say anything you want to say, but you gotta line this thing up. You can talk all you want to talk. See me at the 50. See me at the 50. That's all Shedeur need to tell all the other football teams in the NFL. Just see me at the 50 on Sunday. You bring yours, I'm gonna bring mine. Just make sure you there. You just make sure you at the 50 on Sunday. Everybody gotta get it. Everybody gotta get it. And that's just the way it is. It ain't no other way. Uncle Steve said something. You heard me. You saw me shake my head. Dr. Martin Luther King said that in his "I Have a Dream" speech that people laugh when they grin when they ain't even being laughed, ain't even being tickled. Ain't nothing funny, but you laughing because that's what the world say you should do. That ain't what's going on here. In the Bible it said when Pharaoh wanted to cause trouble, he sent it and started a ruckus amongst the slaves. He sent, he was talking about you. He was talking about you. He was talking about you. He said, but when the slaves got together. So what I'm telling you is when we get together, it's real hard to stop us. You see these people out here saying, y'all don't buy from the NFL. Y'all wait till these young men put their merchandise out there on their own on their own website. Wait till 2 get his legendary merchandise, his Cleveland Brown Don't get the NFL not nan dime. We'll show y'all something. Yeah, we can't boycott you because we want to go support them and this, that, and the third. But you ain't got to get none of this in. We ain't got to give you none of our money for these jerseys, for this merchandise. And that's and like Uncle said, that's what we got to do. We got to come together. We got to be better. Because when we can be better, when we can stand together, it's hard when you're standing together. I gave the analogy last night. When a brick fall from up under the house, if you can get that if you a mason and you can get that brick and put it back in that spot, hey, that house can stay together. But when them other bricks start falling up under it, hey, the house starts to crumble and you can't stay together. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Colorado, I know we ain't talking about that. Hey, Colorado house still strong. We lost a few bricks. We finna put some more bricks in that spot. Hey, listen, I love them boys that left. They're great kids. Hey, but this train gonna keep rolling. Ain't nothing gonna stop this train. Hey, Georgia Tech, y'all on the clock. Go ahead, Uncle Steve.
Belt to ass. That's what's happening. Belt to ass. I just had to say it, BWatts. It's happening.
No. I got something else, Steve. I got something else, Steve, man. I got something else, Steve. hey, boy, Uncle Steve got Uncle Steve got Coach Dre now stepped out of heaven, looking down there in the hell off that take. He said, hey, let me see what they doing down here. Let me give him a little bit of that fight. Yeah. Let me give him a little bit of fight. He stayed there. Coach Dre, stay in heaven. Don't get out there with Steve. You messed up your endorsement. What coming? Don't get out there with Steve. Stay in heaven, big dog. Stay in there where the streets are paved with gold. And don't get out there with Steve JR Box. But check this out, Steve. Now, y'all got to stay on this because I missed one. Hold on, Steve. Man, they threw me off track. I'm looking at my algorithm. It's telling me to stay there. I'll finna switch to Colton Hood, but I can't. If I were to, I would change. Let's see. Man, let's see. $5 super chat from Adrian Vaughn. If I were to, I would change my number to 5. I remember my whole NFL career. All right, thank you for the super chat. All right, check this out. We're gonna stay right there. Let's say Coach Prime. Just for you, Steve. I want to hear you. Man, I went on my time limit. God, Steve, minute and a half on this answer. All right, check this out. Let's say Coach Prime win the Big 12, 11-1. Got a Heisman Trophy winner, what if it K-Salt or Juju, and the NFL come call. What would you do after what them transpired this weekend? Would you come and say the NFL?
Well, this is what you need to do. The great Whitney Houston told you what you're supposed to do. Hell to the no is what they gonna hear. And I'm gonna say it, and I don't say that too often. Hell to the no. And you can go. Because I'm not saving anything. I might save a O, but I ain't saving y'all. That's two different things. So with that being said, I'm telling this one here. You can get on your knees and you can do like the rest of them. You can come bend the knee. But I'm staying in Colorado and I'm sticking to the people that provided me an opportunity, that was there with me to the end, and I'm staying right there to build the legacy that I need to build. Let my son go and do his thing. It's time for him. Son, it's time for you to create your legacy and do your thing. I'm there with you in spirit, but you need to do your thing. And I'm going to stay here and do my thing because the Sanders legacy, because it won't help him in the NFL. It don't make a difference what he do in the NFL. That's not going to help him as far as his legacy. If he's talking about a legacy in coaching, it's going to be from Colorado. That's where you can get your legacy because you got to put some roots down. If you're talking about legacy, because what they're going to knock him on every time, and I'm going to be real quick on this, is moving. It's time to stay. Put those roots down and be where you need to be. Now, if the Lord tell him something different, that's different. But God will tell you where you need to go. And if money don't tell you, God will, because that money comes and goes. It's back to you, BWatts, but it's a Whitney Houston answer for him, and that answer would be in capital.
BWatts, I'm gonna say this simply
Coach Dre,
put.
20 seconds. What would you do? What Coach Ryan should do? JR. Coach Dre, 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Hey, I mean, Uncle Steve said it. It's quickly. They ruin every shot. Jerry Jones, all of them. They ruin any shot I think of him ever coming to the NFL. Now I don't care if they got Shedeur and all that. They ruin any shot of him ever coming to the NFL with what they did. They ruined some relationships this weekend with Deion Sanders. And Deion, he a man of God. But just know he not gonna deal with a lot of folks after what transpired. I told you last night when you come to meet us, hey, how you doing? And I'm going right back out there to coach. We ain't nothing to talk about. Go ahead, JR.
Hell no. To the no.
JR, give me 30
Hell to
seconds.
the no. Hell no. To the no. Hell to the no. To the no. That's what I would say. I would tell Bucky to film me saying that during my morning message. When he's sitting at his desk, you know how Coach Prime sit at his desk, he got the gold mic, right there. I'll just start singing that and dancing in my chair with that playing in the background. That's what I would say. Yeah. That's me though, I tell you ask my wife, man. Petty Tendergrass, that's me, man. That's me. But I'm just saying, that's me. A down the middle guy, but that's what I would do, BWatts. It's back to you.
All right, appreciate everybody watching Sports Talk with BWatts tonight. Hey, that's the end of the show. I'm sure I went over my hour and 15 to 30 minutes, but it was a good show tonight. It was a good attendance. We appreciate each and one of you for rocking with us. You could have done many things. You could have watched anybody else, but you chose to stop by here on the internet and watch Sports Talk with BWatts along with Coach Dre on a Sunday night. And our guest is Uncle Steve and JR. You can see Uncle Steve and JR. And if Coach Dre want to join us, we'll be back Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, get your last word, make it short and quick, and let's get out of here. Starting with JR.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Much love to all the players that got drafted. Again, undrafted guys, the guys that got invited to minicamp. It's your opportunity. Uncle Steve, salute. DC showed my family much favor. Coach Dre, salute. We've been chopping it up for the past 3 days. And BWatts, man, it's always love, man. Love to y'all guys, man. Salute.
It is always awesome. Thank the wonderful people out there in chat land. It's always fantastic working with JR, Coach Dre, and with you, BWatts, and the people in the chats are fantastic. This podcast is different. We got a little bit of everything. We spice it up with everything. We don't come out here and we don't try to. If you listen to what we said, we didn't berate people. We just said, hey, these are some things. We did some critiques and we went from there. But I'll put it to you this way, and I'm gonna end it this way, BWatts. We need to start. Let's get back to reading. And when people start telling us stuff, let's go investigate. Let's quit with, I like, my wife asked 100 questions. She gonna get to the bottom of a lot. And you better believe, and that's what we need to do. When people start telling us some BS, let's start asking questions and let's start doing research. And that's what we need to do. Get out there, do your research. Don't go on what people tell you because they can tell you anything. It sounds good. I don't care what it sounds. Let me make sure it's true. And then go from this one here. God loves you, and we love you, and keep doing things and keep being great. It's with you, Coach Dre. Close us out, big fella.
As we always do, we appreciate everybody coming out. There's no show without you guys. We just some brothers that's trying to show you that we can come on here and give you an hour and a half of entertainment, talking great sport, giving you an understanding of what's really going on sometimes, and making you understand that, hey, there's levels to this. I'm going to always tell you to always bet on you. Always bet on you. Always believe in you. If you don't believe in you, ain't nobody else going to believe in you. And again, if you stand with purpose, then you can stand with principle. And when you can stand with principle and purpose, then you can stand on business. Because what's business without principle and purpose? And like I always tell you before I leave, if we send no ships out, no ships will come in. And if there's no contest, nobody can win. Games can't be won if they haven't been played, and prayers can't be answered if they haven't been prayed. This has been another Sport Talk with BWatts Sunday. I am your man, Coach Dre. That is my brother BWatts. That is my brother JR Boxer, and my one and only Uncle Steve. God bless y'all and good night. We'll see y'all Tuesday night. God bless.
Once again, I want to thank the fellas for joining Sports Talk with BWatts. My co-host is Coach Dre, along with JR Boxing and Uncle Steve. Hey, do me a favor. Hit the like button as you go out. Subscribe to the channel. If you have never subscribed to the channel, come to you every night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, just like a job. Hey, and if you really want to support the broadcast, join the membership. Join the membership and help the broadcast grow. Appreciate Coach Dre, my co-host, and the fellas, and also you in the chat. And also my first-time viewers who've been checking out Sports Talk with BWatts. Come back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Hey, we got another banger for you. All right? Once again, good night, and may the grace of God continue to bless you as well as your entire family, spiritually, educational, and financially, that you may be the person and that your family may be the family that God wants you to be. Once again, good night, and thank you for watching Sports Talk with BWatts. God bless.
Who else wants some? They say my D-line didn't exist. Bullshit.
Are you practicing to practice, or are you practicing to be great?
Which way am I going?
Next bus coming, you on the way.
Is this the moment?
The Seattle Seahawks have traded the 144th pick to the Cleveland Browns. With the 144th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Shedeur Sanders, quarterback, Colorado.
Listen to the reaction.
W God in the chat. W God in the chat. Hold on, I gotta hear my thing. I'm happy right now. Hold on, Dad. I need
Let's go. Plus. Hey, watching Sports Talk with BWatts. I'm your boy Bernard Watts, live right here in Boulder, Colorado. Getting ready to watch Coach Prime in a Colorado Buffaloes. Yeah, let's go Buff.
Are you practicing to practice, or are you practicing to be great?
Which way am I going?
Next bus coming, you on the way.